chamber. Yeah, I'm not gonna write chamber. Lair plus Eva chamber plus roach warn. And I'm actually curious if he's gonna get a third gas up or not. He might stick with only 2 gas. But he might stick with only 3 gas, or 2 gas for now. And as you can see, he's just still droning up really heavily. 7 more drones incoming, 5 overlords was actually on the production tab for just a little bit. And I'm kind of curious, right now he's at 150 gas once again. Is he gonna get Zerg speed or not? And he actually is, so I think his timings are just a little bit off by about 50 gas right now. Yeah, let's just write it down. At 100 gas, at 100 gas, Zergling speed. Because there's really no reason to wait till you have 150 gas for the Zergling speed to start. So his Evo chamber finishes, and I wonder, yeah, he's gonna get +1 range attack. So at 100 gas once again, +1 range. So here we see a bit of a difference. When does Stephano actually check for those gases? You can already see it. And he actually doesn't have to check. So right at this point, Stephano sees the double gas going down. And I think that okay, what you gotta understand about Zerg versus Protoss is that Protoss normally goes for a forge expansion, meaning they build a pylon on the low ground, followed up by a forge, followed up by a nexus, followed up by gateway cannon, and then following it up by double gas. Of course, Stephano can't see this, like he can't just fly an overlord and check it, but he can assume the double gas is taken, because that will make sure you can get +1 attack, you can get your warp gate upgrade as soon as you can. So it's all about the third and the fourth gas right now. And if you see only 2 gas, if you actually see 0 gas at the natural and you can assume there's 2 gas in the main, you can generally expect a lot of pressure around 8.5 to 9 minutes, being a lot of gateway pressure. So it's like 5, 6, 7, maybe even 8 gateway pressure. But since Stephano actually sees those gases going down at around 7.5 minutes, double gassing, I think I'm really curious when he's gonna stop droning. So actually, let's write it down. Okay, 7:30 sees third plus fourth gas. So right now I'm actually really curious when Stephano is gonna stop droning, because when you don't see those gases, you want to stop droning at around 7.5 minutes. But since he sees those gas going up, he can expect some tech play and not a lot of gateway pressure. So I'm really interested when Stephano decides to stop droning up. So as we saw earlier, the +1 attack is gonna go down right away. And 10 more drones on the production tab. Normally, if he wouldn't have seen this third and fourth gas, those drones wouldn't have been drones, but they would have been like Zerglings or maybe saved up to be roaches. And a third gas is going down. I think that is like, yeah, at lair almost done. Normally the lair would be done if that 50 gas problem wouldn't have been there, because it's at 2/3 of the way. Yeah, at lair 100%, third gas. I think that's a good way to go about it. And let's actually see if he's gonna get road speed right away. I imagine he is going to get road speed right away. And he's he got +1 melee attack. Okay, that's a really interesting point, because he's gonna get roaches. As you can see, he's gonna get roaches up because you know, he made a roach warren, but he's instead opting for a +1 melee attack. I think that's gonna. Oh wait, I think that's gonna be for the later game when all the units are basically melee units attacking from the ground, but like Ultralisk and Broadlord shooting little Broadlings. But right now it's really interesting that he's getting a roach warren, but getting +1 melee attack. So let's check out what he does. And there's actually 2 more gas going down. Okay, So third plus fourth gas. Yeah. So let's see what's going on. And he's still making more drones. Still making more drones. Still making more drones. Still making more drones. Right now the lair finishes. Is he gonna get roach speed right away? Yep. At lair 100%. Roach speed.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay. And right now he's checking with Zerglings and he actually sees a third. So this is kind of where this replay stops for me. I was just gonna look at the early game because right now it becomes a really reactionary game because, you know, this Nexus might be cancelled, it might be fake, it might be some Colossi play, it might be a lot of different kinds of play, but I just wanted to see the opening. So right now I'm pretty sure Stephano is just gonna make a ton of roaches, and that's basically it. The game is gonna last for 25 more minutes, but I'm not gonna go watch that. I just wanna check out what he had this game. So let's see. Let's actually write it down. No drone scouting. That's a really interesting point already. Pool, hatch, hatch. That's basically the build order that he tried to do. Of course, there's queens in between, but you know, fast 3 queens. That's basically the interesting point. So at pool 100%, queen plus 2 links, blah blah blah. That's all really detailed. You don't really need to know that. This, however, is a great point. At 6 minutes, he's gonna get double gas up. So at 6 minutes, double gas. Before that, he was just droning up and only made 2 Zerglings, except for the Zealot pressure, obviously, but, you know, basically, he wanted to drone up. Let's see. So, let's see. Let's make a little arrow right here. First 100 gas lair. Second 100 gas. Second 100 gas. Circling speed. Third 100 gas plus 1 melee attack. And yep. And at lair 100% third plus fourth gas. Okay. Plus Evo plus Roachwarn. So there we have it. I think this is basically the build that we was looking for this game. Let's save it actually really quickly. I got a nice Starcraft folder right here, and let's put it at today. It's the 30th of March, so 33. There we go. Stephano ZvP. Okay, there we go. So let's put it all together. Stephano starts up with a no drone scout. First big thing. Then he follows it up by a pool, a hatchery, and a hatchery getting fast 3 queens. Until then, he's just running up, only making 2 Zerglings to scout around the map and have control of the watchtowers, scout out the Protoss, and, you know, yeah, checking out those gases with this Overlord. So, Stephano is actually probably gonna make a lot of roaches at this point, but until now he only basically got a lot of drones. So let's actually add that there as well. Make maximum drones. So there we have it. Yeah, we could actually just go into the second replay and just check out what he does in that game. So let's open up the second replay. I got another replay of Stephano versus WhiteRa, and let's check out what he does in that game. So this was game 1. Let's open up game 2. It's gonna be on Antigua Shipyard. Okay. So let's see what Stephano is gonna do in this game differently than in last game. So Stephano or WhiteRa making a little sad face right now. I guess That's because of the last game. And let's actually speed it up about till about 2 minutes and check out what Stephano is gonna do. If there's gonna be any kind of change or not. So 2 minutes right now, and Stephano opting for a, let's actually go back. Is that a 14 spawning pool or a 15 spawning pool? Looks like it's a 15 spawning pool once again. Right now it's 15 supply. So right now, last game he did 15 pools, 16 hatchery, 15 overlord. Let's see if he's doing that again this game. And still no drone scouting. And let's see. Doing a little bit of cute micro with his drone right here to make sure the probe doesn't see it. And 16. Is that a 15? Yeah, that's actually a 15 hatchery. So yeah, it's still pool into hatchery. But however, he decided to go for a 15 hatchery right now instead of a 16 hatchery. I don't think that is actually a point. I don't think that's because of the map or anything like it. I think that's because of the probe scout. Stephano or WhiteRa will try to block this hatchery when he can. And I think just to metagame WhiteRa a little bit, he got it one population earlier. So the probe actually wouldn't go down. Normally the drone, the probe will just go down there right now. And normally it would be able to block it. But since Stephano got it just a few seconds earlier, it won't be able to do that. So I'm not actually gonna write that down. I don't think that's a big deal. So Stephano still just moving up and seeing what he's doing. And I hope he's gonna do the exact same build order this game, else it would be kind of a waste to watch this. But as you can see, another Overlord going down, Queen going down, 2 Zerglings going down, exactly the same as last game. Only 2 Zerglings, and nothing has changed right there.